Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Wells Fargo Friday right here on Valley Life. And if you can see, I'm going to be careful walking down these steps because they do need a little bit of repair. But that also brings me to the reason we're here today, and that's because of Fund, Fresno Urban Neighborhood Development. And we got these experts right here that are making it all happen. Tanya, how are you?
Hey, I'm good, thank you.
Good. Bob, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks.
And Russell, anchoring this whole thing down with Wells Fargo. How are you, sir?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking.
Good. Well, I'm really excited about being here today. All these segments make me happy. Everything that Wells Fargo is doing in conjunction with our neighborhood and community partners. But this project right here, you talk about something special. We're taking care of a vet right now that needed some help that's done a ton, he and his son, for this community. And now it is time to give back, and Fund is making that happen for him. Tell me a little bit about what you are, what you do to help people like here at the Torres house.
Well, Fund Incorporated, as you said, stands for Fresno Urban Neighborhood Development, and our mission is to make sure that children, seniors, and families live in safe, healthy, attractive, and cooperative home and community environments. Okay. Our tagline is neighbors helping neighbors, so the cool thing is when there's a project about to happen, all the neighbors come together and help each other to get it done. And
it's one thing to put together a huge group and find the money to pay for that group to come in and they have a job to do. Here you're incorporating the community, so everyone has a sense of pride when they're jumping in and helping someone, especially like Mr. Torres and his son, who have given back to the community. It becomes that much more special when people are getting involved.
Absolutely. Bringing community partners together. We have secured sponsorship for this project through the Home Depot. They have a celebration of service campaign, and they are giving back to veterans. So we were blessed enough to be able to introduce them to the Torres family. Carlos Torres is a World War II veteran, and he's lived in this neighborhood since 1959. Raised his family here, and the house was just in need of some TLC.
Sure. Well, Bob, it's kind of, when you talk to Mr. Torres, it's a man of simple means, and he's not saying, hey, build me the Shangri-La. All he wanted was just a roof over his head and be able to lock a door.
That's what he said the first day we met him, and we walked through the property, and obviously there were many things that needed to be addressed, but his concern was the roof was leaking. Just fix my roof. And he said, by the way, I've never had a shower. I've always had to get in and out of a clawfoot tub, and he said that might be kind of nice too. So I think that with the help of everybody in the community, we're going to be able to do that and a little bit more here, as you'll see in a little bit. But yes, he is. I've lived here all my life. I've survived this. But, we're all very used to modern conveniences, and this is very much the bottom end of that scale. Sure. With a home that's 100 years old, it just needs some updating a little bit. So.
And it's fun, too, when you got a man that was willing to lay down his life for his country, that is actually literally sleeping in a closet, but he's comfortable, it fits him, he's like, I'm fine with that. What you're about to do for him is going to absolutely change his life.
Yeah, he is, I know he's very appreciative, and the stories that he tells, and when we've had groups of young people out here working, he likes to mingle with them, and one day he said, is it okay if I go over and sit down and talk with him? That would be more than okay, Carlos. And he shares some of his experiences in his service days and of how this community has changed over the years. And it's just a rich mix of different varieties of different things happening here as we're working alongside him.
Sure. Well, Russell, what makes it fun for me on Wells Fargo Fridays is it's one thing for a company to say, I'm going to sponsor projects like this and, still be trying to get something back out in advertising and marketing and all that. You guys choose your projects and become members of boards, not just volunteering your time, which you do as well. It becomes more personal to you. What made you get involved with Fund and with this project?
I've known Bob and the community that he's been working in for a long time now. And to work for Wells Fargo as a team member, we're obviously encouraged to participate and be involved. And it was just a great opportunity for me to marry those two together, get an opportunity to hang out with Bob and see all the wonderful things that he does, as well as give back through Wells Fargo and the community there. So it's been great.
Sure, but it's one thing with having volunteers give 20,000 hours last year. You're shooting for 30,000 this year. I mean, it's an amazing amount of manpower, but then also having the finances behind it. Wells Fargo is really able to move mountains for a lot of people.
Yeah, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. With a big bank persona out there, Wells Fargo has hundreds of team members in the Valley, and we give back each individually in our own ways, and we log those hours, and I know there's lots of other opportunities out there, and it's not just about the money, it's about hands-on experience, it's about coming out, seeing projects like this. This is what makes it real, and this is what puts a smile on my face, and I appreciate the opportunity.
Sure, and a person like you that's on the board, you're actually able then to make sure that there's more direction to some of these grants, so they're that much more powerful and there's more funds available to help people like the Torres.
And that makes sense, right? The Wells Fargo looks at what its team members are doing, how they're partnering with the community, and then putting the money and the funds together to help with projects like this. So it works for everybody involved.
All right, well, if you guys don't mind, give me a little bit of a tour. We're going to be back in a second. We're going to actually go inside, only because I want you to see what a man as selfless as Mr. Torres has gone through in his entire life and lived by such simple means to say, you know what, I've done my time. This is great. All I want is a roof over my head and a working shower. And see, you know, what he's done with his community, also what his son's doing as far as helping people with their taxes here, and then seeing what the community's going to do to jump in. We're going to kind of talk a little bit about what that's going to do to change his life. We'll be right back with Wells Fargo Friday. Don't go anywhere.